Hello and welcome back to part 3 of the video. Alright, as I said, this is a button, and when you click it, whatever you have it attached to, it'll trigger. That's what a button does. This is a lever. A lever is, you can pull it, whatever direction is already in. When you set it down, that's off, and when you put the opposite direction, then that's on. So you could just make it a on and off kind of thing. This is a three-way lever. This could be used for like a car. You would have to use like a direction splitter for this. It can allow, if you know how to do it, you can make a car go forward and backwards with this thing. That was actually in Lbp3. This is called a character changer. A character changer allows you to switch between any of those four characters I showed you, which are Sackboy, Toggle, Swoop, and Oddsock, which are all four of these. This is the main character right here. Sackboy is the main character. That's the main character. All these characters can be male or female, doesn't matter. If you notice, I already chose the costume. I have multiple costumes. I also got glitch costumes, because I am a glitch master. This is called an entrance. You have to have this. I kinda destroyed mine. So yeah. If you destroy it and then try to play the level, you will find that the level is unplayable because you require at least one. The weird thing is, let's say you try to play, you accidentally grab it out, and then you hit circle. I hit circle, I did not hit X. X is place, but I hit circle, which is back out. But since the game requires a spawn point, when I hit circle, it automatically placed it for me, even though I didn't want to place it. It's automatic. It's weird. This is actually quite funny. The Lbp3 creators actually made this in my favor, because it allows me to do a glitch. This thing is called a level post. A level post allows, basically what it does is, let's say you start the game. Like, you start the game, you pop out of here, you run through here. Once you run past this thing will switch over to an X with this face. And what that means is, any players that join you will not spawn from any spawn point until you restart the whole entire level. That's what this does. Also, what I was saying about the Lbp3 creators made this in my favor is because I could do this. If you notice, it just got bigger. Well, I don't think the Lbp3 creators were thinking very well, but that actually allows me to trigger one of my glitches. Thank you, Lbp3 creators. I actually quite appreciate that. I actually thought I wouldn't get that back, but they just practically just handed it to me. They're funny. Okay, so next thing. This is called a checkpoint. Checkpoint. Same thing like this, but it's a checkpoint. It's not an entrance. Do not place a lot of these. Do not place these like checkpoints. These are checkpoints. You only need one of these, and checkpoints are for like respawning in areas, like certain areas wherever you want. This is, and also you can put it to, like, you can make it like a survival game and set it up to the last lives of the last checkpoint, which would be very mean. Because let's say, put that to yes. That would copy any checkpoint that they died on. Let's say they had one life on this checkpoint, then they go to this checkpoint. Well, if this thing was not triggered to check, then you would have all your lives back. But if it was on check, then however many lives you had on this checkpoint will transfer to this checkpoint. So if you have one life on this checkpoint, you'll have one life on this checkpoint. If you want to do something like that. Okay, next thing. This is a double life checkpoint. A double life checkpoint is the same as a checkpoint, just with twice as many lives. Original lives is 3. And a double life gives you 6. Or you could use this and give them infinity. This is called a level link. This is actually new. This is a Lbp3 thing. This is not new. This is from Lbp 1 and 2. Actually, no, it's not from Lbp 1. My bad. It's only from Lbp 2. This is from Lbp 3. They both do the same thing. They're level links. Like, you could, connect a level to them. Like, a level that you have. But you have to have published a level to even access these, so... so right now they're just... I can explain this further if you want. Whenever you actually publish a level, I can actually help you create a level. Okay, next thing. This is called a scoreboard. A scoreboard ends the level. When you touch this will end the level. And whatever score you have, it'll give you a score. Also, you could put different things in here. I kind of forgot myself. Okay, what can we do with it? Scoreboard. Level complete. You can put prizes in there for a level complete. Ace level, which means do not die whatsoever. No deaths. All checkpoints 100% HP. That would give you aced level. You could put ace level gifts so you can make a challenge. Don't die. Here's another thing. It's called collected gifts. You can make gifts by this. Well, quit that. This. You could put prizes in here. So any object you save, as long as it doesn't have a lock on it, you should be able to put it in there. And all the players required to collect all prize bubbles, which will contain an object that they actually get to keep. So if you want to share an object, you could put in here. It allows you to share objects. That's what that does. This is called a score bubble. A score bubble is just a score bubble. Score bubble just gives you points. This gives you 50 points and a prize. This is a collectible shop. These are collectibles. We require so many collectibles for the shop to work, and actually it does not work just like that. You actually require a logic to work this thing. Trust me, it's not easy. This thing's called a score sensor. A score sensor, well, as I said, these two give you scores, so whatever your score is, like you can set it to a certain score. Like you need a certain score. Like you get scores from these. Like also, if you collect these at a rapid pace, you get a time score, so they'll start multiplying. So you get a bigger score if you collect them really fast. If there's a bunch of them. So you can set this to a certain score. After they have a certain score, then they can enter it. This is called a score giver. A score giver gives you a score. Yeah, these two things. They like cooperate with each other. Score giver, score sensor. Huh. Actually forgot to mention these two. This is another level ender. That's the second way how to end the level. Like if this bar is extremely full, it might not let you place this scoreboard. In which case you can place this instead, and it'll act as a scoreboard. And then we got this. We got a level ender. A level ender, you can choose if the game ends in a victory or a failure. If you put this to X, it's a failure. If you put it to check, it's a winner. Also, if you have like an adventure mode, you could like say it's the end of the adventure or not. But this is not an adventure mode. I'm just in a regular thing. Alright. Next thing. These are hazards. Most of them are spikes. Yeah, these are all spikes. Like this is spikes facing up. This is top down spikes. That's one spike facing up. This is actually like 6 of them. That's 9. That's 3. That's also top down. That's a bomb. That bomb will trigger if you throw it at the ground. I mean, you just drop it at the ground like this. It's an impact bomb. Basically, it copies the impact sensor. When it makes an impact, boom. Look, it exploded. But if you put it really close to the ground, it will not explode like that. Unless you jump it, of course. You can trigger it without even trying. Next thing we have is an ordinary bomb. You could put a trigger on it and make this bomb explode. This bomb will not explode without another bomb exploding on it or something triggering it. This thing is called a missile. A missile, well, obviously you know what that is. This thing is a hazard tweaker. Hazard tweaker, obviously it's a hazard. The hazards we got in this game is fire, electricity, plasma, gas, and that is it. That's all the hazards we got. Yeah, as I said, plasma, fire, that's another missile, plasma. Actually, I think we have 2 plasmas in here. Yeah, that's another plasma. Plasma ball, water, impact sensor. Impact sensor.
Projectile.
Oh yeah, that's a projectile sensor, not an impact sensor. Haha, very funny. Okay, anyways, a projectile sensor senses all of these. Well, not the nuke, not the missile or that. It senses all of these, but this. Everything in this column, but this, will be sensed by this. So you can make this do something when it senses any of this. You can make it sense all of it or just one of the specific thing. That's DLC. You won't have that. I know you won't. This is called a finish gate. A finish gate and a start gate. This is basically just for racing. It's just race, that's all it is. And then this is a top-down race, start and finish. That's just a key. That is for, as I said, you get those for the freaking what you call it? These. You get it for these 2 things. You also get them when you publish a level, so you can just connect them to those. Here we have the lights. You have more than one light, actually. Alright. Next thing, we have a player sensor. So when it senses a player, it will do something, whatever you set it to. Here is a sack pocket sensor. You can create items, actually. Never actually got to that. That's because it's right here. You can create items, and then you can stick this on here, and then the item will become a created item, so you can put it in your sock pocket. That item can be sensed by this, so if you have like a specific item in your sock pocket, and then you use this can like do something when you have so many items or something, whatever. It'll sense it and then do something. This is called a grab sensor. This is for when you grab items. When you grab it, it'll emit a signal. This is a sticker switch, like I said earlier. This is a state sensor. This will sense your state for like standing, sneaking, running, jumping, falling, swimming, ducking, push, all of this. These are power-ups. This is a puppet power-up. This allows you to use your puppet in play mode. In create mode, you cannot use this unless you were to actually just put this in here. This allows you to use your puppet cursor. You can't use your puppet cursor in play mode unless you put that thing, as I said. This allows you to tweak stuff with this. This allows you to use your puppet cursor in play mode, And then once you can use your puppet cursor in play mode, you can put this on items so you can tweak them. If you do not have this on anything, then you can't tweak anything with your puppet cursor. It can't do anything. This is called a puppet cursor sensor. This has only two sensors. This will sense if your puppet cursor is either hovering it, which you can set it up. You can set it to hover or grab. If you hover above it, it will trigger, if you have it on hover that is, or you can make it grab sensor, and so when you grab it with your puppet cursor, it will trigger. These two things are almost the same, but not exactly. This is called a power-up pedestal, and this is called a sack pocket pedestal. A power-up pedestal is a one-time use. As soon as you get it, if you were to like die in the level, you won't be able to use it. You won't be able to get it again because it's gone. This is a psychopapa pedestal. You could set something up on this, so when you get it, it's a permanent item for that level. That's the Scoreboard, as I said earlier. This changes its moons. This is like sound thing. Next we have a character tweaker. A character tweaker will allow you to tweak the character in different ways. Like you can make a character turning to another character. So you can make it turn like onto that. Yeah. Next thing is kill tweaker. You can make something trigger this, and once this gets triggered, it can kill a player. But I have to say that the player might not die unless you put it in a broadcast chip. A broadcast chip affects players and objects and items and tags, just depending on what you set it up to. This is a sack pocket tweaker. This can put things in your sack pocket or remove things. That is a gameplay tweaker. That can make you invincible and all sorts of things. This literally just messes with your player in general. So you can like make the, if you put this to 100, well, negative 100, you make the character's the controller controls will be backwards, which that would be nice, won't it? Not. You can control if they can grab or not. You can control if they can climb or not. Jumping, air steering. Well, if they can jump, they better have air steering, because that wouldn't make sense. Turn both of these on, then they can't switch layers. If you turn this on, then the game will not automatically switch layers. There's a thing that the game will automatically switch layers if you were to bop into something and your character can move behind it. If there's a free space behind the object, your character will automatically move behind it. This will prevent any player from activating it. And also, if you're going to use this, you're going to have it on this mode. This mode does not work. This mode is broken. I have to say that. It's just broken. This mode is the only one working. If you have it on this mode, it'll only affect the player that triggers it. Or you can put it on this, and then it'll trigger everybody. You can make yourself invincible to all of this, so you can just be immortal. I am not going to explain these things. Those are high logic. Well, I mean, I could briefly explain it. I'm not gonna really go into it. That just messes with what your character, like your character animation, material tweaker, well, sticker material tweaker to be more specific. Mostly used for decorations because it's called a decoration mount. That's a decoration mount as well. That's for speed, stuff like that. This is Lbp3 stuff. This for like making a monster if you wanted to. Stuff like that. Yada yada yada. This stuff. If you want to know what this stuff is, I can just tell you. Actually, we also have this. This is called a game camera. A game camera can be turned on and off. These can all be turned on and off. A game camera, you can make like an angle or a radius which the player has to be in before the camera does something. Like you can make the camera zoom out. This camera's a movie camera. That is for movies. That is actually not exactly easy to create. That camera, I never ever use that camera. That camera is a snapshot camera. That camera, it'll take a snapshot of you, and when it does, your stuff will go into your little stuff things, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can make your own. Well, this is some of the pictures I've taken. I created that picture actually, and I created that one too. All of these pictures are pictures I took myself. This is a glitch. This is a glitch. That's 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 not a glitch. That's a glitch. That's not a glitch. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. These two are not glitches. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. That's not. That's not. That's not. That is. That is. That is. That's not. That is. Definitely. That definitely is a glitch. Too bad they patched that though. I'm sad. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. Most of these are glitches actually. Yeah. That's a glitch. That got patched as well. Alright. And then you have music. Also, you could create your own music actually, if you know how to do it. And this little thing right here. Alright. And then we have the costumes. That's something you can mess around. And then you got the pop-up color. And yeah. That's pretty much it. Well, this is Corey Major signing out. I am the Glitch Master. If you have any questions, please ask me. Stay tuned.